Hello students, we are doing chapter number 2, frequency distribution, and in previous class we have seen two types of graphs, histogram and the frequency polygon. Now in this class we will see the third type of graph, which is a frequency curve. Alright, so there is a little difference in the frequency polygon and the frequency curve. If the points or the vertices of the frequency polygon are joined by the smooth curve instead of a straight line, we get the figure is called frequency curve. So, in the frequency polygon, what we did? We joined the point with the straight line, right? So, instead of joining this point by the straight line, if you draw a smooth curve, okay, so this figure is called a frequency curve. So to method to draw a frequency polygon and the frequency curve is same, only the difference is you have, instead of taking the line segment, you have to draw or you have to join this point by the smooth curve. Okay, so we'll take example of a frequency curve and then we will see the next method of a graph, that is a cumulative frequency curve. So same example we will take, which we have taken in the last class for the frequency polygon. Okay, draw the frequency polygon and the frequency curve for the following data. Monthly house rent, and the number of families. So here 100, 300, so the first job is to find out the mid values, right? So the midpoint for this will be 200, 400, 600, 800, 1000 and 1200. We have seen in the last class how to find out the mid values. Now on x-axis we have to take the mid values: 200, 400, 600, 800, 1000, 1200. So this is your x-axis, and on y-axis I will take 1 unit as a 5 centimeter. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 and 30. So scale is on x-axis 1 unit is equals to 200 centimeter, 200 monthly rent, and on y-axis 1 unit is equals to 5 unit, 5 families. Okay. Now for this mid value the frequency is 6. So here the point will come. For 400 the point is 10. For 600 point is 24. For 800 point is 20. For 1000 point is 10. And for 1200 point is 4. So instead of joining this point by line segment, we will join it by smooth curve. Okay, and to make this figure close, we will take one preceding class 0 and take this frequency as 0, and here also we will take the next class, which is 1400, and frequency of that class also we will take 0 and we will join it. Now we will see the next type of graph, which is a cumulative frequency curve or the Ogive curve. Okay, so fourth type is cumulative frequency curve, or you can say Ogilvy curve. Okay, so this is the fourth type of a graph. We'll read the description first and then we will take one example. Cumulative frequency distribution is represented by the cumulative frequency curve or the Ogilvy. There are two types of cumulative frequency, right? First one is a less than cumulative frequency and the another is a more than cumulative frequency. Hence, therefore, there will be two types of frequency curves. The first one is less than type cumulative frequency curve, and then another is the more than cumulative frequency curve. Okay, now we will see one by one. For the less than type of a cumulative frequency curve, the upper boundaries of the classes are taken on x-axis. So you have to take the upper limits or the upper boundaries. Okay, and this is less than type. And here we will take greater than type, or not greater than, more than type. And less than cumulative frequencies on y-axis. Okay, so on x-axis you have to take upper limit, upper boundaries and the less than cumulative frequency. हम लोग अभी तक फ्रीक्वेंसी लेते थे y axis पे, but here in this type of graph we have to take the less than cumulative frequency. Okay, cumulative frequencies on y axis. Also a preceding class before the first class. Now to make this curve join the preceding class of the first class, we have to take, okay, and joining it by taking the frequency as 0. Okay, and also here we have to take the succeeding class. Okay, and the frequency will be 0. ऐसा ही जैसा हम लोग ने लास्ट फिगर में किया था, in the same manner we have to do in this graph as well. Okay, so in less than type frequency curve we have to take the upper limits on x-axis and the less than cumulative frequency on the y-axis. And for the more than type we have to take the lower limit or the lower boundaries on the x-axis. Okay, and here the more than cumulative frequency on y-axis. Okay, and the procedure will be same. Now we will take one example. Okay, and also here we have to join the points by smooth graph or by smooth curve. Okay, we will take one example based on this cumulative frequency. Draw the less than cumulative frequency curve and the more than cumulative frequency curve for the following frequency distribution. Okay, so the question is given: marks, then 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40 and 40 to 50, and the frequencies are number of students, 5, 12, 43, 32 and 8. Okay, so we will start with first less than curve. Okay, less than cumulative frequency curve. Now first of all, for this we will require, see, we have to find out the less than cumulative frequencies. Okay, for this, and then we have to take the upper limits on x-axis. Okay, so first of all we will find out the less than cumulative frequency. So how to find out the less than cumulative frequency? 5 as it is, 5 plus 12, 17, 17 plus 43, 10, 60, 60 plus 32, 92, 92 plus 8, it is 100. Okay. So now we will plot a graph by taking the upper values on x-axis 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. This is your x-axis. So on x-axis we are taking 1 unit as 10 marks. Okay, and on y-axis we are taking 1 unit as, see here, 5, 12, 43, 32, the highest number is 43, so we'll take 10 difference. Okay, so here it will be 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. So unit will be 10 number of students. Alright, now for here it will be 0, right? Because each class having the weight 10, therefore we will take 0 here as a preceding class and here the succeeding class will be 60. हम लोग ऐसा क्यों लेते हैं? To make that figure closed. Alright. Now for the 10, for the upper limit 10, the cumulative frequency is 5. So here the point will come here. For the 12, not 12, for the 20, the cumulative frequency is 17, something here. For the 30, the cumulative frequency is 60. Oh, we have to go till 100. Sorry, we have to see the cumulative frequency, not the frequencies. Okay, so this graph will go up. 70, 80, 90 and 100. Okay, now for the next it is 60 here. Now for the 40 it is 92, something here, and for the 50 it is 100 here. Okay, and for again, see, now we'll make this, we'll make the points, we'll join the points by making the smooth curve. Okay, and also here we will join it, हमें इसे join करना है 0 पे, but here we will not close this figure. Okay, here we have to end till 50 only, we have to only take the 0 क्योंकि हमें start करना है, that's why we will take the preceding class as a 0. So this is your what? Less than cumulative frequency curve. Okay, now same, in the same manner we will draw the more than frequency curve and clearly we can see the curve will be like this. Okay, यहाँ से start होकर यहाँ पे end होगा. So less than में हमें preceding class लेना है और more than में हमें succeeding class लेना है. Alright, with the frequency 0. Now for the same example we will see the more than frequency graph or the more than frequency curve. So first we will take more than frequencies. Okay, so for that we will start with 8. Okay, 8 plus 32, 40, 40 plus 43, 83, 83 plus 12, 95, 95 plus 5, 100. Okay, so in the same manner we have to take on x-axis the lower limit. Okay, so the 1 unit is equals to 10 centimeter or the 10 number of 10 marks, and on y-axis here also we will take difference of 10 units. Okay, on y-axis 1 unit is equals to 10 number of students. So So here it is, it will go up till 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, but here we have to go till 60 because the curve will start from here. Okay, so यहाँ पे touch करने के लिए we will take one class. So this is your x axis and this is your y axis. Now here 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100. So for the first 10, the frequency is 100. Okay. For the 20, the frequency is 95. For the 30, frequency is 83. For 40, frequency is 40. For the 50, frequency is 8. Okay, and now for the next class, okay, we have to take frequency as 0 because the curve will start from here only. Okay, so this is your curve for more than frequency. Okay, here we have to take 0 as well because we are considering lower limit, right? So here 0 will be there because 0 is the lower limit. The next lower limit is 10. The next lower limit is 20, 30, 40 and here it will start with the 50. We did one mistake. We will rectify this. See, lower limit is 0, okay, then 10, then 20, then 30 and 40. Now for the lower limit 0, the frequency was 100, okay, so it will come here. Now for the lower limit 10, the frequency was 95. For the lower limit 20, the frequency was 83. Now for the 30, the frequency was 40. And for the 40, the frequency is 8. Okay, and now we will take the another frequency, the next class frequency, that is 50 to 60 and the lower limit of this is 50. Okay, and for that frequency will be 0. So this is your more than frequency curve. Okay, so here you have to start with the 0 because 0 is the lower limit. जो भी आपका लोअर लिमिट रहेगा फर्स्ट क्लास में, फर्स्ट उसको ही आपको स्टार्ट करना है. So this is about the 4 type of a graph. Okay, first one is histogram, frequency polygon, frequency curve and the cumulative frequency curve. Now on the page number 2.17, the advantages and the limitations of the graphs are given. Okay, so first we will see the advantages of the graph and then we will see the disadvantages of the graph. So the first advantage is the information is presented is condensed form, in condensed form. The second is fact are presented in the more effective and the impressive manner as compared to the table. It looks like a more attractive, okay, and more impressive. Easy to understand, of course. Create an effect which lasts for the longer time. Facilitate the comparison, you can compare, okay, and the help in the revealing the patterns. From with the help of graph you can reveal the pattern of the distribution. Now the limitation, using the graphs we find the values approximately while tables gives the exact value. So with the help of the table you can find out the exact value, but the graph gives the approximate value. And the second disadvantage, graph give only the general idea about the phenomenon, which is not sufficient for the further statistical analysis. Okay. So these are the advantages and the disadvantages of the graph. And the next topic is the general rules for construction of any graphs. जो मैंने आपको पहले ही बताया है, it should be drawn by the pencil. Okay. Graph should be neat and the clean. Scale should be mentioned. You should have to mention the scale of the graph. जो भी तुम लोग units ले रहे हो, x axis पे, y axis पे, you have to mention that. Then index should be provided if essential. Okay. A suitable scale should be chosen to occupy the available space properly, and the height and the width of the bars in the histogram should be properly chosen so that the graph looks like attractive. So these are the rules for construction of any graph. Now we'll take one example based on graph from exercise. Okay. So I am taking example number 32 given on page number 2.26. Page number 2.26 and problem number 32. It is from exercise 2.2. Okay. The question is draw histogram, frequency polygon or give curve, or give matlab less than and more than, for the following frequency distribution. One more thing I wanted to tell you, if it is mentioned that draw the less than cumulative frequency curve, then you have to just draw the less than, but it is mentioned, it is given that or give curve, that means you have to draw two less than and more than both. Okay. So the question is weight and here the frequency. $80 to $89, $90 to $99, $100 to $109, $110 to $119, $120 to $129, $130 to $139, $140 to $140, 8, 16, 20, 26, 50, 13 and 5. Okay. So to draw a histogram, we need these classes should be continuing. Okay. So we have to make them continue by taking the class boundaries. CB means class boundaries. So 80 plus 89, it is 160. Oh, sorry. We have to take the class boundaries, right? So here the first class boundary is 79.5 to 89.5, then 89.5 to 99.5, okay. So first we will draw histogram. So on x-axis we will take the classes. So the first class is 79.5, So on x-axis, okay, we have taken 1 unit is equals to 10, okay, and on y-axis we have taken, see 50 is there, so we'll take 10, 1 unit as a 10. 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. This is y, this is x, this is height and this is frequencies. So for the first class the frequency is 8, something here, okay. So the first rectangle will be like this. Now for the second class the height is 16. For the third it is 20. For the fourth it is 26. For the fifth it is 50. Then 13. And then it is 5. So this is the required histogram for the given distribution. Now the next we have to draw a frequency polygon. Now for the frequency polygon we need midpoints, right? So we will find out the midpoints. From here also you can find the frequency polygon by taking the mid values, okay, and joining it with the help of scale. Now to make this close we will take preceding and succeeding class, okay. So to make the frequency polygon we need midpoints. So 80 plus 89 it is 169, right? 169 divided by 2 it is 84.5. Now here it will be 99 plus 90, 189 divided by 2 it is 94.5, okay. So the next will be 10 10 का difference ले लो. So here it will be 104.5, 114.5, 124.5, 134.5, 144.5. Okay. So here we have to take the midpoint. First point is 84.5, then 94.5, 104.5, 114.5, 124.5, 134.5, 144.5. Okay. So on x-axis we have taken the 10 units, and here also we will take 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60. So for the first one it is 8. For the second one it is 16. For the third one it is 20. For the fourth one it is 26. Fifth one it is 50. For the sixth one it is 13 and then 5. Now to make it closed polygon, we'll take this as 0, not 0. The succeeding, the preceding class, that will be 74.5, right? And here the next class will be 154.5, and the frequency for that will be 0. So this is the required polygon, frequency polygon. Now we have to draw the ogive curves, means less than and more than. For that you will require less than geometry frequency and more than geometry frequency. So first we will draw less than cumulative frequency. So we'll start from here. 8 plus 16, it is 24, then 44, then 10, 70, 120, 133, 138. 8, 16, 24, 44, then 70, then 120, then this is 133 and 138. Okay. So on x-axis, we'll take the upper limits. Okay. So the upper limit is starting from 89. So here we'll start with 89, 99, 109. See here the classes are not continuous, so we have to take the class boundaries. Okay, upper limits of the class boundaries. So I am directly writing it. It will be, so the upper limit will be 89.5. Here it will be 99.5. Then 109.5, 119.5, 129.5, 139.5. and 149.5. Okay, so same scale on x-axis 10 centimeters a unit, and on y-axis also I am taking 10 ka difference. Okay, not 10 ka difference because here the highest is 138, so we have to take 20 ka difference. So make that on x-axis we are taking 1 unit as 10, and on y-axis we are taking 1 unit as 20. So 20, then 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160. Okay. So first here 18 for the first class, the frequency is 8 something here. For the second it is 24. For the third it is 44. And for the first it is 70. Then 120, then 133, then 138. Okay, so this will be like this. And to connect this, we will take the preceding class 79.5 with the frequency 0. Okay, now the same manner you have to do the more than frequency curve by taking the more than frequency cumulative frequency. Okay, and there you have to take the lower limit as 80. So you have to start from here 80 lower limit. Okay, 80, then 90 and class boundaries 80.5, 90.5, 100.5 like that, and the graph will be like this. So this is for your homework. Okay, so this is about the chapter frequency distribution. Try to solve the more and more example based on the graph. If you have any query, you can mail me. Okay, in the next class we will start with the next chapter.